So we're back with another video talking about another channel, that being MrTie, a channel that some of you wanted me to talk about for a while, and after looking at the channel, yeah, I can see why. A few weeks ago I made a video on stakers, who had some questionable videos to say the least. However, MrTie is much worse, and I'm just gonna cut to the chase. This channel is disgusting. From the content they make to just the channel in general, it's just bad. Not just that, but the history of this channel is super confusing, as well as who owns this channel, which is a whole other can of worms that I'm gonna talk about in this video. So before we begin, please like and subscribe, and join membership if you want to support me more on the channel. And also one more thing, while I was working on the script for this video, MrTie deleted a bunch of their videos and shorts, so a lot of the evidence and screenshots will be from the Wayback Machine, but I'm just letting you guys know that a good portion of these videos that I'm going to be talking about no longer exist on the channel. So let's begin. MrTie is an animation channel with almost 700,000 subscribers and over 150 million views. However, unlike most of these content from type channels, this channel was created all the way back in 2017, and while they didn't upload anything for the first few years, their first video is still kind of old, and that would be a Naruto parody they upload on January 2022, and it wasn't like a one-time thing. For the next 6.5 months, they will continue to upload these Naruto parody videos. These videos were okay. The only thing worth noting is how the animations look like PNG sliding on the screen. However, in July, they would stop uploading and would stay like that until December, as that same year, they would upload Minecraft videos with the PNG animation style, just like the Naruto videos. However, after making only 5 of these, they would stop uploading again, and this time for over a year. It wouldn't be until May of 2024 where they would come back again, uploading these kinds of stick animation videos. Now, while the animation was definitely an improvement from the last 2 types of videos they were making, the content itself was starting to lean in this content farm type area. They would upload 5 episodes and a compilation between May and September 2024. This is also when they would start uploading their shorts, which would become important later. However, after September, they would stop uploading again and wouldn't return for another 2 months, where they would upload spunky content. Now, this content was just brain rot, and it only lasted for a month until they took a 3-week break, where they would suddenly come back to posting Minecraft movie parodies. Now, only episode 1 is up, but there was definitely more based on the compilation, which had over 10, although as of now, that video has also been deleted. While that's happening, they would continue to upload shorts about Spunky. However, their last Spunky short would be on March of this year, before they would take a 1-month break before returning and changing content again, that being countryhumans, which means between 2022 and 2025, they've changed content 6 times, which is insane. For content, state mapping only did that 5 times, and that was already pretty bizarre. Now, whatever it was a company trying to make different kinds of content and seeing what gets views, or the channel switch owners multiple times, it's very unknown. Now, for the countryhuman content, it's terrible. The shorts are super weird and suggestive, and most of the content is disgusting. For context, here's a short of list of countries with the land area, both by Stay Humans and MrTie. For Stay Humans, their version was just low effort and lazy, but for MrTie, it's something else. And when they're not doing that, they're basically just stealing from other channels, whatever it be from other country bar creators or Stay Bars' other channels. And they would just spam out this content to get millions of views and subscribers. Now, how has the channel not been taken down? I don't know. But I'm not going to call out YouTube too much, as they did end up doing something with the channel, as in mid-May of this year, they would eventually demonetize them, leading them to upload less frequently due to them not making money anymore. Which, by the way, they made a community post and how they say, quote, "We are very sorry that YouTube has reacted to our original videos in such a way that we will not be able to continue releasing videos for you." Yeah, definitely the original videos, even though more than half of your shorts are just re-uploads of yours and other people's content. That and making weird content for kids, they definitely deserve the demonetization. However, as recent as a few days ago, at least at the time I'm recording this video, they would delete more than half of their videos and over 300 million views worth of their content, whether it be deleting their old Naruto type videos, and as well as a good portion of the countryhuman shorts, including all the ones that you just simply re-uploaded along with other people's content. And that's really all the history for the channel. So now we got that out of the way, it begs another question. Who owns this channel? Now, some people could just learn it's another one of Stay Bars' channels, which sure, the content does look something that Stay Bars would post, but I actually doubt it since they already have 2 other countryhuman channels, and I don't see a reason they would make another channel outside of them making a dub channel. And well, yes, it's not far-fetched as Country Z is just a Stay Bars clone. Remember, this channel was created because they were trying to capitalize on a trend that they failed at, thus they switched to what Stay Bars was uploading because of how successful it was. However, I might know who actually owns the channel, because they have a Patreon link, which is the same Patreon link as the other 2 channels, that being Tie Animation and Fash. Now, looking at Tie Animation, it's a disaster, like a complete disaster. All their content is just re-uploads of Fash or other YouTubers, which none of the content's even original. I mean, I guess they technically did because they made it on the other channels, but still, they're just re-uploading content that they made on the other channels, which is still pretty bad. Also, they upload like around 5 videos a day, which is just insane, and managed to gain over 5 million subscribers from just doing this. Also, when they re-upload shorts, it's not even just for like a comparison of the other shorts, it's literally just they'll take the short and re-upload onto the channel, basically just stealing, which is just super scummy. Now, thankfully, Tie Animation is also demonetized, so it's not like they're making money from this. Now, looking at the description, they try to justify this saying, quote, "All my videos feature materials protected by the fair use guidelines of section 107 of the Copyright Act. It takes about 4 hours to create these videos so that my viewers can feel difference between the original and the video I created. created, which is just straight up nonsense because first off, the whole, oh, we want viewers to feel the difference between the original and our version more so translates to, we want to re-upload other people's shorts along with our shorts so that we can make more money instead of making original content because that would require effort. Of course there are exceptions, but when all your shorts are just re-uploads and nothing else, that excuse doesn't even exist. Also, saying the Copyright Act protects them is also super weak, as that act specifically protects people who use people's work for criticism, commentary, news reporting, and other things that make the content transformative. However, this isn't transformative. All they just did was take a short, put it alongside another short, and that's it, which still comes off as stealing. He also uses phrases like I and my to make it seem like it's one person, even though it's not. Like, this guy's literally doing the same manipulation that Spaceballs did with their terrible commentary videos they made. Something I did notice though is how the channels that they re-upload the most are Fash and MrTie, which makes sense because they own these channels, but also a lot of Spaceballs' channels, like if they own these channels as well. Also, Spaceballs has re-uploaded a lot of shorts from Fash and MrTie before. Now, that probably doesn't mean anything, as we're probably just seeing two content farm channels re-uploading each other's content, but also the way they just link videos so casually, like, you would expect them to say, oh, we found another brainrot compilation from another channel we recommend. Instead, no, they just link videos like if they own these channels. So this leads me to a few theories. First, it might sound crazy, but Fash actually owns Spaceballs, or at least Spaceballs' countryhuman channels, that being State Girls and Stay Humans, and maybe Spaceballs, although that is kind of unlikely. I guess the strongest piece of evidence is the fact that these channels all specifically are similar, while Spaceballs' channel is much different. Although this could be disproven, as you could also argue that Spaceballs is simply hiring employees to make these anime-like art styles for these channels so that they can get views from certain groups of people. Also, Fash is based in the US, while Spaceballs is based in Russia, so unless one of them is lying about the location, which is a possibility as Spaceballs' other channels are locations usually in different countries like the UK, Canada, and Australia. But still, this theory might not be the most plausible, but it's still a possibility. Now, another thing is that maybe Spaceballs doesn't actually own Stay Humans and Stay Girls, and instead Fash actually owns them. Some evidence is that when we look at Spaceballs' YouTube channel and we see the other channels, Stay Girls and Stay Humans are nowhere to be found, and that goes the same with the Spaceballs channels. Also, the art style they use for Spaceballs is pretty different from the art styles of Stay Humans and Stay Girls. I think it's also because of the fact that Stay Humans and Stay Girls do not have any dub channels, which is pretty weird as Spaceballs, Spaceballs, and Country Z all do have dub channels that are also super popular. That's something I wanted to mention, and while this theory is somewhat more plausible, it's kind of unlikely. However, those are the best conclusions I can come up with. But as of now, MrTie is owned by Fash and Tie Animation because they are linked to the same Patreon and we upload each other's shorts. Also, in case you want more evidence, when you look at Fash's Instagram account, their handle says Fash Tie, so yeah, that's a little more evidence if you guys want it. Also, you know that Patreon link that I found that got me to the conclusion that MrTie is actually owned by Fash and Tie Animation? Well, if you click on it, it's 18+. Which, by the way, this is the same Patreon they link on their videos and shorts of Fash and Tie Animation, which is just bad because it's pretty clear that most of their audience is for kids, and it's also pretty clear that they want to show these kids these links so that they can make more money. Although it's also kind of weird, as specifically on the Tie Animation channel, they do say their content's 13+ only, but yeah, maybe that's just so they don't get in trouble by YouTube. Now, as of today, ever since the demonetization of MrTie, they've only uploaded 3 shorts, which all seem to be original, and with the recent purge of videos they had, this left the channel as a dead husk of what it formerly was, which is pretty good in my opinion. It's nice to see that content from channels are not lasting too long on this platform, while high quality Country Ball and countryhuman channels are lasting much longer. Now, at the end of the day, MrTie is a disgusting channel that is pretty much dead, but when checking their channel out, it led me to down some sort of rabbit hole as I found out they were owned by Fash and Tie Animation, who all also show inappropriate content to kids, as well as on their Patreons that they try to link on their videos, and then they try to make excuses so that they don't get in trouble, which is just disgusting, as well as evidence that maybe Fash and Spaceballs are actually owned by the same company, or at least connected in some way. And also, while it is good that MrTie and Tie Animation are demonetized, Fash isn't, as they still make lots of money, which could be because of the fact that they're the largest of the 3 channels, as well as the fact that out of the channels, Fash just seems to be the least offensive, but it still feels a little undeserved. Well, that's all for today's video. If you made it this far into the video, please subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys later.